Hi, friends. It's Brother Peter. Last evening, the Spiritus Christi LGBTQIA plus and allies small Christian community reading group, the Queering Lent reading group, uh, welcomed author Slat's Tool to our Sunday evening meeting. We're meeting every other Sunday evening during Lent. So Slats wrote this book, Queering Lent, and it's a book of poems. There's 40 poems. There's a poem for each day in Lent. So the conversation, first of all, Slats told their story, which was amazing. And then there was sharing and questions and discussions and what have you. And I think if I had to reflect on what my takeaway from the gathering was, or what I think I heard in the conversation, was this issue for queer folks around finding ourselves in the story. And I think for some people are challenged being able to find themselves in, first of all, the gospel stories, which I think is sad and unfortunate because that indicates that they haven't heard correctly versions of the Gospels that are fully inclusive. But secondly, finding ourselves in the story of the church, or even in the story of resurrection. You know, I say all the time that you and I are the resurrection, and I experience the resurrection in other people. So I think it was a wonderful conversation. Some of the comments people made made me a little sad for them, but also gave me great hope that we as a group have decided to undertake this continual gathering. And I'm hoping that maybe we can even continue it after Lent is over and we can read other things. So it was a beautiful conversation. People are opening up to the possibilities of what does Christian spirituality mean for us in the LGBTQIA plus and allies community. I mean, what does this all mean if you're the mom of a 12-year-old kid who just came out as trans or gay or whatever the case may be? Or what does this mean for you if you've been closeted your whole life and have recently decided at 60 some years old to get honest and open around your queer or LGBTQ sexual orientation? People are all over the spectrum with these issues. Some people are very out and they've been safe to do that. Other people have been very guarded. Some people object to, are using the term queer because it used to be a slight against same-sex attracted people. So we're all over the place, which is very perfectly spiritus, I think you'll agree. And so we're getting together and we're learning about each other, and we're hoping that some of you will join us too. I want to read one of the poems. It's poem number 10 in the book Queering Lent. 10. I wanted to write a poem that would show you our broken hearts, that would help you trace the wounds and feel the hurts, because if you only experienced that once, everything would change. And you couldn't do this to us anymore. But tonight I gathered around the table after a day of debating who should be allowed there, which isn't really a question that's ours to answer anyway, with other broken people, and remembered another time, another table, but also the same table, when every single person gathered there had at one point been told, "You do not belong here." And there we were, and the one breaking the bread and pouring the cup had been told those symbols were too sacred for them, for me, for us. What if we held them we would make them unclean. And there we were. And we shared and laughed with juice-stained fingers and crumbs that fell on our shirts. And we rejoiced because despite everything we had been told, God was there too. This is the joyful feast of the people of God. Amen. Peace to everybody listening. I hope you'll join us in 2 weeks, not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after that, when we welcome Reverend Liz Edmond, the author of Queer Virtue, the second book that we've been reading. And even if you're not reading along with us, that's fine too. Half of the group is reading, half aren't. That's fine. I was the worst student in the world, so I don't care if anybody's reading. I'm leading the group, and I'm only on chapter 3 of the book. So everybody's farther along than me anyway. So come on along on the adventure. Let's all follow the yellow brick road as we wander through the wilderness on our way to Jerusalem. We're all walking toward what we all, I think, can agree is the holiest week in the year. And we're halfway through this journey that we called Lent. So let's all gather together and let's put these ideas together. Let's bond as a community and welcome these thoughts, these feelings, these spiritual realities, even if we're uncomfortable, and especially if we're uncomfortable. Okay? So peace to everybody. God bless, and I hope you'll join us.